but I could jump on. I got some stuff, bro. We could still do Metal Gear Solid. We got a lot of options. All right, we're gonna talk about just the people that are fired for freaking mocking Charlie Kirk, man. We're gonna get into it. I gotta close this door. I'm gonna start the video. I'm gonna close the door.
Just trying to.
This shit gonna be crazy. All right, give me 1 second. Look, he started crying.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey. What's going on?
You said I have to leave the premises like immediately? Okay. So, guess I'll see you guys later. I'm fired. You guys take care. Good luck, okay? Kind of relief. You guys have a good one. Oh man, I feel good. I just got fired. And honestly, when they told me, I was like a little like, eh. But then after, I was like, fuck this. They're back there having their little chat together. The guy that let me go was trying to block me from saying goodbye to my coworkers right now. Like, he was like guarding them or something. And then that's when I was like, okay, bye. Goodbye, guys. I'll see you later. They let me go. They fired me. He looked all disappointed. But honestly, dude, I feel relieved. I feel very relieved. I mean, I'm going to be fucked.
Obviously, I will be progressing Valorant at the finals too, and then checking what's new and Star Citizen. Okay, I'm down for that. I'm down for that.
As they were like having me sign my forms and shit and like terminating me. Wait, let me say goodbye to my friend Michael. Hi, Michael. I'm done. Yeah, so it is what it is. But I think the relief that I'm feeling is a good sign because I did not want to do my shift today anyways. Like, I had a bunch of number 1 lessons, and that's dealing with first timers, so fuck it, dude, I'm feeling good. I'm also shaking a little bit because I'm in shock, but whatever, dude, it is what it is. I'm gonna do me. Yeah, they were trying to be all nice about it and stuff, and professional, and they were like, you can keep the sweater and all the shirt and whatever, it's all yours. I'm just like, what the fuck do I need this shit for? But whatever, I'm free, dude. I'm free. And I think I'm just gonna start trying to do more of the things that I want to do and not worry about any other one else. That's one of my coworkers.
Yeah, what was you doing, like a meter maid?
Coworkers. He was pretty cool too. He would always like be like upfront and like just tell me how fucking draining the job was, and me and him were just both like fucking over the job. He's been working here longer than I have.
Look, she's gonna get fired too.
I'm just glad. I'm glad they let me go. It wasn't. I didn't quit on myself, or I made a mistake. But fuck it.
The nose when he says it all, yeah. She's like, fuck you.
Cool.
Fuck your system.
Luck, I'll be posting more content. I don't know what, but I'm free.
I'm gonna express myself how I want. Look at this nigga.
You got fired.
It's not funny. Bro got the pull-up bar. That's pretty lit.
Before we get back into the video, if you guys have enjoyed the video thus far, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and hit the bell so that you're notified when a video comes out. And let us get back into
the video. We'll subscribe. We'll like the video.
Hold on, let me get it together here. My name is Luna, activist teacher, and I teach 4th grade in Florida. It's already been such a hard year having to deal with everything that Ron DeSantis makes me do, like teach math. I am currently on administrative leave, and my principal has told me that I will most likely not be returning back to the classroom. All because I celebrated the murder of a misogynistic, racist, xenophobic fascist. Just to be clear, all I did was post a video where I was dancing and saying that he got what he deserved while pouring out a beer. I was also wearing a graphic t-shirt that depicted the moment that he died. And then I said his kids are better off without him. Really, really not that bad. And
That was kind of bad though.
they're taking away my rights for free speech. And to think that I had at least 7 LGBTQ plus students in my classroom, and I know they need me. This is just so unfair.
Yeah,
Once
it's
again,
kinda
before
bad.
anybody jumps the gun, this is a satirical video, and she's just mimicking the delusion of the
Like, you got free
ABCD
speech, but they can
community
also
and all
freely
of
fire
these
your ass.
deranged lunatics who are saying a lot of very disgusting things online right now, as you've all seen. This is how they all act. Of course, you have to have the diaper on the face because that's what they all do. They have to wear the diaper. They always have that certain look that I always talk about.
What the fuck are you supposed to do when you get fired? You just take it? You just take it like a man? I'm unemployed. What am I supposed to do now? Do I go home and goon? Like, guys, what do I do? Like, actually, like, what do you do when you get fired? What's the next step? Do you look for? Obviously, you look for a job.
Unemployment.
I ain't got no income now.
Oh, if you
I
got
spent
fired,
my
then you
last
can't get
$300
unemployment.
on a parking ticket. That was on me. I did let it sit a little bit. It was like a $30 parking ticket.
Look, another nose ring, bro. It's
I
another
really don't
nose
talk
ring,
about it,
so.
but what am I supposed to do, guys? Oh my god, this. You know when they say like once you get to a point in adulthood where it's not enjoyable. I don't know who said adulthood was enjoyable. I'm just kind of, but like, what am I? My gas? I haven't got enough for gas, guys.
Damn, what's up, Sopa? He said she got fired, so she's gooning. Here's what you do. Y'all get what's good. So we talking about people who got fired from the Charlie Kirk situation. I got a couple more topics, and then I could jump into your list for a while, bro. But honestly, to be honest, bro, we can save the list for save the list for tomorrow, bro. Tonight, I've already spent a good amount of time putting together a reaction list for today, so that way it'll be perfectly put up for YouTube. And then if you can take notes of how I put this bitch together and put the same type of topics in the next one. That will help. But all right, we'll skim through it. We'll skim through it for sure. I mean, I'll look through it, not skim through. I'll enjoy some of that for sure. All right. So yeah, right now, Sopa, what's good? Welcome in, homie. Appreciate you pulling up, bro. We're doing this. People getting fired for mocking Charlie Kirk, right? As we know, we're in America, the land of the free, home of the brave. You do got the freedom of speech. However, what people are learning and finding out, including myself, is that we also do have the freedom to get fired. If you're representing these companies, then they do got the freedom to fire your ass for what you post as well. That's what seems to be happening. It is what it is. It is what it is. No big deal. It's crazy. Hell yeah, it wasn't that big of a deal. Yeah, of course, but of course you gonna say that. All right, so what happened? Homegirl said what?
You know when they say like once you get to a point in adulthood where it's not enjoyable. I don't know who said adulthood was enjoyable. I'm just kind of, but like, what am I? My gas? I haven't got enough for gas, guys. Oh my god, what am I? Is this what I can't do this? I'm supposed to do this for the rest of my life? Like I can't. What am I supposed to do, guys? Please, someone put financial tips. Oh my god.
The lack of self-awareness from these people, and as usual, they have
These people?
that
What do you
certain
mean,
look
these
I
people?
always talk about. The bull nose ring piercing and just looking like a complete lunatic. You're a grown adult. I'm sure you understand that, if you engage in certain actions, certain things might also happen to you for engaging in certain actions. But
Shit,
because
bro,
you've
we
been
just
coddled
mentioned that
all
shit.
your life, you don't seem to realize that. And here you are now recording a video of yourself crying, which I do not understand why they
Get
do
to the
this
clips,
for,
homie.
and
Get
then
to the
posting it
clips.
online. But hey, I thank you because
Get
you're
to the
showing us
clips.
all how stupid you are, and also showing us all that our
Yes,
work is
freedom of
not in
speech, but
vain.
there is a
We are
consequence
about
of
to
what you
witness
say and do.
firsthand
Mhm.
several people get fired for what they posted on social media yesterday. And as somebody who works in HR and manages this on the back end, let's talk about it. If you've ever followed me or looked at my page, I like to give people
The
job tips.
HR?
And one of my biggest job tips that somehow goes viral all the time with people disagreeing with it is that you are accountable for what you posted. If I
Wow.
can connect you to your company in any way, shape, or form, you are a representative
Wow.
of that company. It does not matter that I can do whatever I want in my free time. If I can connect you to your company, you are a representative of that company, which means that whatever actions you take are going to have the consequences that the company decides for your employment. Disagree with me all you want. That's how it works. We all know this. We have seen public outcry. We have seen people get fired for posting things that we all disagree with. And all it takes is a collective mindset of people to go in and say something to a company or give them proof. Here's the irony of this all. Yes, speech is free, but there are consequences to everything, and you need to weigh the risk. And the sad thing is, the people who were celebrating yesterday, who are going to be fired this week, next week, they did not weigh the risk. And I will keep repeating this over and over and over and over again. Your actions have consequences. As a Christian, your actions have consequences. Our God is a gracious, merciful, forgiving God. But
She
there are
looked like
still
an HR
consequences
lady.
to the choices that you have made. And while I don't enjoy
She would
letting
fire
people
your
go or
ass.
firing
She
them
would
for
fire-
bad decisions that they've made, because I know that sometimes people just make really bad decisions, there are consequences. And I will repeat this over and over and over again, that there are consequences to everything that you post, and you really need to weigh the risk.
Look, I would say I feel sorry for these people, but I really don't.
What
You know,
mean,
there
these
is
people? I'm
free
tired of you
speech and you
saying
can
it,
say
bro.
whatever you
I'm
want.
tired of you
You know,
saying
what
that
happens
shit,
when
bro.
you say whatever you want?
These
You might
people.
also suffer the
You ever
consequences
make
for
me,
saying
they
whatever
ever
you
feel like you
want.
think I'm talking about black
losing their
people?
jobs because they went on the internet.
But I mean, yeah, you know, it's not. I think bunching. I think that's where it gets dangerous when we kind of clump people into. Yeah, I think that's when we get dangerous when we make those generalizations and clump people into a bubble. These people. That's where you lose. That's where you lose. You lose yourself. You lose information. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure everybody has posted this, maybe, hopefully, because of their own volitions, have their own reasons, and they're not just all. It's not all the same person or the same type of person. They got their reasons. All right, let's check in. Let's see what's going on.
Losing their jobs because they went on the internet and celebrated the death of Charlie Kirk and are now being reprimanded for their actions and losing their jobs is insane. If it ain't the consequences of your own actions, you just celebrated a man's death and you're upset you lost your job?
We got us a brand new, fucked around and found out grand champion. And for the first time ever, it's an affluent, white, liberal woman from right here in Mississippi. As the headline reads, University of Mississippi, that's Ole Miss for those that don't know, employee fired over an insensitive comment in the wake of the death of Charlie Kirk. Now, the headline didn't initially include a photo or Lauren
fuck around
Stokes'
and found out.
name. It just had a picture of Charlie Kirk with that headline, and it never said her name anywhere in the story. Now, you know damn well if that had been a right-wing state employee speaking negatively about a liberal who had been assassinated, their image, their family's image, their address, their employment history, their blood type, and everything else about it, including their children's first, last names, and social security numbers, would have been posted all over the damn internet. So we're going to return that favor preemptively and make sure we show you her face. And here's the Instagram account right here where she posted this
Walks with
hateful
danger.
nonsense at, which, by the way, they didn't put that in the article either. But Cled was here to fill in the blanks for you and do some real fucking journalism around here. Here's what Lauren Stokes said. For decades, white supremacists and reimagined Klan members like Charlie Kirk have wreaked havoc on our communities, condemning children and the populace at large to mass death for the sake of keeping their automatic guns. They have willingly advocated to condemn children and adult survivors of SA, you know what that means, to forced pregnancy and childbirth.
Wow.
They have smiled while stating the reasons people who can birth children shouldn't be allowed life-saving medical care when miscarrying, and that's a damn lie. Continuing, they have incited and clapped for the brutalizing of black and brown bodies. So no, I have no prayers to offer Kirk or respectable statements against violence. Now, she's also a restaurant owner in Oxford, but I am very, very anti-cancel culture. I do not believe in attacking people's restaurants, giving them fake bad reviews or any of that nonsense. But, however, when you're a state employee, when you post some trash like this, you fuck around, you find out. We're all held to account at some point, and she was held to it today. Nice to see the occasional affluent white woman, I think there's an abbreviation there that spells awful, get her comeuppance for once. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk.
These people are as stupid as it gets. I don't know how you thought it was a good idea for you to come online, you know, where
That's how you got to subscribers, bro. If you just get on there and say these people, you people, oh my god, these people, bro, that shit right there get him 500K subscribers. You people, these people, shut the fuck up. Thank you for the follow, I appreciate that.
Okay, but I'm not. I just got laid off, which really fucking sucks. but also I'm taking it as a blessing in disguise. I'm grateful. Whatever happens, happens. But I'm just frustrated that they waited as long as they did to tell me.
How long did they wait? They wait till their shift got done.
Going better than mine.
That sucks.
They're like, we need you to work this shit first, and then we're
Episode
gonna
5
fire
of
you.
Let's Make These People Famous for the vile things they have said about Charlie Kirk's unaliving. Because let's get one thing straight, I don't care what political party you are a part of, this is never okay. This is Megan Trammell, and she is a library technician for the Prince William County. She said him getting blank at a school as he is talking about school blank and how blank control isn't the answer will never not be funny to me. And spare me the pearl clutching, I
She
don't
wrong
care.
as fuck.
This is Devin Cassidy, and she posted
She
this
said, "Spare me."
vile video that I will show you. She is a social worker for the Legal Aid BC. And on their account, it says LABC denounces offensive content circulating online. They call her a former employee.
Charlie Kirk got Finally, somebody with a gun. Almost everybody in the States grew a pair and went and on the right side. Thank you. Can we keep this up, please?
This is Jacoby
He said,
Williams,
"Thank
and he
you.
is
Can
a
we keep this
Marine
up, please?"
Recruiter. He posted
A
another
Marine
blank
officer
man
recruiter.
popped.
Another
The
what
update
man
is
pop?
He has been fired, allegedly. This is Joanna Scavender, and she said, "May you never find rest and always suffer in eternity." Charlie Kirk, that's karma, and she works for the Cleveland Heights University as an intervention specialist. I have so many more of these to come, so stay tuned.
At an
for
elementary
part 6.
school.
Is this the car chase video that TMZ says their employees were cheering for when the unaliving of Charlie Kirk was announced?
Who were watching a car chase, and they were laughing, they were clapping, and you could hear it out here.
Because if this is the video, which I think it is, they are in even more hot water than they were initially. Because this is not a good look. Now I'm gonna play you this car chase
Yeah,
video.
my camera
and
just
you let me
died,
know
Chad.
if
I'm
you
sorry.
would be
Hold on.
cheering during this car chase
We are
video
going to
about
fix
the
it.
car chase specifically. Thank you to one of my followers for sending me this, because this may be the nail in the coffin for TMZ at this point.
See, it started in Temple City, and we saw that. Go ahead, Philip.
Well, I wanted to let you know that President Trump has said Charlie Kirk has died. So that is the breaking news that we are likely about to have with ABC News.
Jimmy
he was
Mark,
shot in
me
Utah,
missing Johnny,
at a finals
new update stuff, finals update stuff, highlights, and shoe on hand.
But if you've seen the images, let's go to social report.
I have a couple stories I got to get through.
People should really see the irony of the
I have a couple stories I got to get
community
through. Hold on,
who
give me a
says that
second.
guns should be taken away, being the very
What the
community to use
fun?
guns
What
to
in the
engage
fun
in
has
violence
happened
on their
here?
behalf. But as I've said before, stupid people doing stupid things.
This is justice for Charlie Kirk.
I do. I have to get the iShow speed.
To Hannah Mashburn.
And Bad Baby.
Sorry, Charlie Hashburn. You better buckle up. This one's going to get good. Of all the individuals that I exposed, this one may be my favorite. Because unlike everybody else, you had the most
topics.
to say. But like every single other vile person before you, your decisions led you straight to me. The list goes on from things that you had to say that you thought wise to say. Little did you know that Grace Unfiltered would soon begin to look into you. And everything that I found was just mind-blowing. You had me on a little bit of a witch hunt, but I found what I needed to find. All thanks to you. Because at first I thought I was looking for one person. Then when I found you, I continued to dig. And that is when I came across something that I wasn't expecting. And lo and behold, Hannah used to be Charlie. Is it because you share the name of Charlie Kirk that you felt so vile against him? Or is it because the multiple jobs that you've had, each and every one of them, has fired you? And we might add one more to that
Oh, wow.
Because you posted this picture, and I started looking, and it just so happens to match this picture. And if that wasn't the seal of approval, on one of your recent pictures, the earliest one that I could find, you're wearing that company's sweater. And when I looked up the information online, lo and behold, Your picture was a mere identical to theirs. If only I could find their information. If only
And you found him
somehow
on Facebook.
we can get a hold of them to let them know what an amazing employee they have and what sort of posts this individual feels good about posting. As I've said multiple times in many of my other videos, I do not advocate for violence. I do not seek vengeance. I do not seek revenge. I seek justice for Charlie Kirk. And unlike you, Charlie, the one that they took away was a way better version. And if you're still here by this time, make sure that you smash this follow button and go to my link in my bio for my backup account. Because who knows, this might be the last video that will end up pushing me over to getting my account banned.
You got the ISO speed gets checked by. I'm just gonna pull it up, bro. It's not gonna take me that long.
And justice has been served. If it's the case that they want to go online,
it's like 2
all the
stories,
things
bro.
that they said. They
Well, I can't even skip one of them.
Nobody
Put
is
Bad Baby
taking your
under
free
this.
speech away from
I got the
I want people who are engaging in this type of disgusting behavior to realize that. The thing you also need to realize is, you know, you have consequences for the things you engage in, and that's exactly
I need it all
what's
together,
happening.
so I can easily chop it up and put it on YouTube, bro.
Of Charlie Kirk, that's not just okay, it is morally ethical. It is your moral duty to get your libtard coworkers immediately fired. It's your duty to say that you feel unsafe in the workplace. It's your duty to say they're creating a hostile working environment. It's your duty to put that into writing and get them on the door. No, that's cancel culture, which they believe is a good thing, but only when it happens to you. That's fascinating. There is no moral equivalence. They want you fired to harm your family. They want you fired because it will materially make your family worse and harm the ones you love. When you get these people fired, Hassan Piker loses a subscription. When you get these people fired, Zoran Momdami loses a $75 donation. When you get these people fired, a Funko Pop goes unpurchased.
This is a Funko Pop goes unpurchased. Fuck you! What did Funko Pops ever do to anyone?
These people are not starting families. These people are not raising children. Every single dollar they receive is like putting a dollar into a furnace of evil.
He definitely has a good point.
I'm not into a furnace of evil. That shit is hilarious.
Losing it.
Hilarious. But yeah, man. Hopefully the people can find some get some gainful employment and can actually get hired, because the economy is kind of crazy right now. There's a lot of places that aren't necessarily hiring, so it's a very difficult job market in the States right now, and in a lot of regions. I don't know, maybe some regions are an exception and doing better than others, but for the most part.
This morning, Jimmy Kimmel off the air. The host seen leaving his studio last night after ABC announced it's suspending his long-running late-night show indefinitely. During his monologue Monday night, Kimmel made comments about the shooting of conservative activist Charlie Kirk, accusing Republicans of reaching new lows in response to the 22-year-old alleged killer, who authorities say had a leftist ideology.
The MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them, and doing everything they can to score political points from it.
The comments sparked outrage among many conservatives, including Brendan Carr, the chairman of the FCC, which oversees broadcast licensing for local stations, speaking on Wednesday afternoon, threatening to take action against ABC and its parent company Disney.
It appears to be some of the sickest conduct possible. I mean, look, we can do this the easy way or the hard way.
I like you and I want you
to change conduct, to take action. Frankly,
on
Kimmel, or there's going to be additional. Frankly, on Kimmel, or there's going to be additional work for the FCC ahead.
Soon after, Nexstar, one of the largest television station groups in the country and currently seeking FCC approval for a merger, announced it would stop airing Kimmel on all of its ABC-affiliated stations. Within hours, ABC suspended Kimmel's show. Carr praising the move later in the evening.
I'm very glad to see that America's broadcasters are standing up to serve the interests of their community.
And on Truth Social, President Trump congratulating ABC for, quote, finally having the courage to do what had to be done. FCC Commissioner Ana Gomez, the lone Democrat on the panel, accusing the Trump administration of setting a dangerous precedent.
We
must be careful not to allow the government to punish critics simply because of content.
Kimmel's suspension comes 2 months after CBS announced it was canceling their late night show with another Trump critic, Stephen Colbert. CBS is saying it was a financial decision. Over the last week, a growing number of people have been fired or suspended for their public comments about Charlie Kirk, something the vice president encouraged.
So when you see someone celebrating Charlie's murder, call them out. And hell, call their employer.
But some say what's happening now is a double standard.
Conservatives for many years now have claimed that they are the free speech champions. They have railed against so-called cancel culture. And now you're seeing them lead the campaigns to cancel people that they disagree with.
So Liz, where does it all go from here?
Yeah, well, Craig, it's unclear right now how long ABC plans to keep Jimmy Kimmel off the air. NBC News has reached out to Jimmy Kimmel for comment. He's not responded, and so far he has not said anything yet about this suspension.
We saw
Last night, many ABC affiliates aired Family Feud during his normal time slot.
We heard you mention the game, and we saw it pop up here on my Steam friend list when you jumped into it.
Theater, where Kimmel tapes here on Hollywood Boulevard. Supporters say they're planning a protest in support of him later today, Craig.
All right, Liz Court's for us. Liz, thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC.
Dude,
or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today
right
podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.
Yeah, I would have
the funniest thing.
I would have never put them in here. All right. Bro says, synopsis to the Lost Records. Bloom and Rage is a two-part narrative adventure from Don't Nod. Play a swan revisiting the summer of '95 when she and three friends formed a punk band and faced a life-changing secret. Became a lesbian. Switch between their teenage years and a reunion 27 years later, making choices that shape relationships, uncover truths, and decide how the story ends. That sounds good. Stream it for us, buddy. Stream it for us, brother.
Jimmy Kimmel ever did was get fired for being unfunny. But somehow, the left is more panicked about free speech costing a guy his TV show than free speech costing a guy his life. As this is Kimmel's controversial segment in question.
We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it.
Where the next day his show's doors were closed as they sent away him and his team. As Nextdoor quickly announced, they object to Jimmy's offensive comments and will no longer air his show for the foreseeable future, which prompted Sinclair to do the same on their ABC stations, making a statement that on Friday, they will air a special remembrance of Charlie Kirk instead, calling upon Kimmel to issue a public apology and a personal donation to the Kirk family and Turning Point USA. But judging by the Hollywood Reporter, Jimmy wasn't going to apologize. He was just going to double down.
Jimmy Kimmel was fired because he had bad ratings more than anything else, and he said a horrible thing about a great gentleman known as
That's why he was fired, they said?
And Jimmy Kimmel is not a talented person. He had very bad ratings, and they should have fired him a long time ago. So, you can call that free speech or not. He was fired for lack of talent.
And Trump was right. Jimmy Kimmel, alongside all the left-wing late-night hosts, have been completely slipping out of relevance. And just like any workplace that has an employee that's slowly declined over time, it's hard to terminate their contract over mediocrity. But given the opportunity, like public backlash over brazenly false information regarding a national tragedy, the bosses will jump on firing you while they can still pass off the blame on everybody else. But leave it to the corporate media to make this business decision about their Trump derangement syndrome, with MSNBC coming out in full force.
Donald Trump's ongoing campaign to crack down on free speech, dominate the media, and essentially render the First Amendment meaningless.
We are quickly becoming a censorship state.
There will be a kind of deployment of law enforcement, of the state apparatus.
Congressman on CNN echoing the same nonsense.
Jimmy Kimmel is a late-night host. He's a comedian. We have the First Amendment in this country, and it's pretty clear that this is a direct attack on free speech. And
America is a less free place if late-night comedians cannot do and say what they want.
They're literally trying to say we're less free if private companies aren't forced to promote their propaganda at a financial loss. As let's be clear, Kimmel's recent comments are mild compared to the deranged things he said before. The corporations didn't suddenly grow a spine, it's just that Kimmel isn't entertaining anymore. As I guarantee, if he was putting out Gutfeld numbers, they'd let him get away with anything because nobody fires an earner. And all these media tears just remind us how they simply have zero actual virtues. Where Western Lensman found the perfect example on MSDNC.
And this is just the latest chapter in Donald Trump's ongoing campaign to crack down on free speech, dominate the media, and essentially render the First Amendment meaningless. Tucker Carlson, just fired from his third network, he believed he could say anything, no matter how vile, no matter how disgusting, no matter how offensive, no matter dehumanizing or belittling. And if you act like a sociopath over and over and over and over, you will become unpopular on the national stage. That's just like a basic principle. Over time, probably not going to work out well for you in the long run.
It's almost like you could cut the Chiron and stock images off the clips, swap the audios, and he easily could be talking about Kimmel, where these left-wing news personalities have become the equivalency of ESPN's Stephen A. Smith. As he's not paid to be objective about sports reporting, he's paid because if you told him to fill 20 minutes of TV time about why Tom Brady is overrated, he could easily follow it up with 20 minutes of TV time of why Tom Brady is the greatest. That's fine with sports gossip, but just proves that left-leaning media doesn't care about the truth or values, just whatever narrative they're currently force-feeding their audience. So of course CNN goes back to fear-mongering.
It is outrageous. It's a page right out of Xi's playbook. It doesn't matter whether you agree with Kimmel or not. He has the right to free speech. And so it is just outrageous. It is indicative of autocracy. And I am just outraged by it. Again, this is what dictators do. This is what Xi would do. This is what Putin would do.
As MSNBC is even worse.
I built a Holocaust museum with survivors. I've also read a whole lot about authoritarian regimes. This is the playbook, folks.
The Democrat governor from Illinois actually just tried to compare the Holocaust to an unfunny comedian getting his show canceled. Not only is this incredibly disrespectful, but just reveals how desperate the Democrats have become.
I don't know, man. I feel like Yellow Voices are a little bit like, he's leaning to the right. Whereas, you know, I mean, which is okay, you can have your opinion. But it seems like this dude's trying to avoid getting canceled or getting that video. He's trying to keep them videos high at all costs. What it feel like, just like a lot of people, which is understandable. I just would like to see objectivity. Yes, bro says I don't know. I want to get. Let's go. Let's do it. Yeah, I want to too. I kind of feel like playing the finals, bro. I kind of got into that shit a little bit. I like the pace of the game, the shooting.
Yes, sir.
Oh, it makes me excited. But Valorant just seems like I might be maybe on the list too as well. Type shit. 10, tisk, tisk. All right.
But just reveals how desperate the Democrats have become.
As
Jimmy Kimmel is just another one of their guys added to a long list of idiots that lost their left-wing platform. As that last one has been freaking out over this online.
Jimmy Kimmel, they're trying to cancel Jimmy Kimmel. I'm sure you've heard the news by now. The folks who are complaining about killing comedy are killing comedy. The folks who are complaining about canceling people are canceling people.
Which is funny because on an Instagram account with 1.6 million followers, he was just going live to a total of 600 people. This guy used to have his own show on primetime cable, and now he's out there making TikToks nobody cares about. So it kind of makes sense that all these mainstream media personalities are panicking over Jimmy's cancellation because it's just a sign that they might be the next Don Lemon. And nobody should feel bad for Jimmy losing his livelihood, or anybody on his staff for that matter, as his show previously celebrated Tucker Carlson's cancellation.
Fox News has severed bow ties with Tucker Carlson. After all these years, they are parting ways, which means he was fired. I mean, that's really what parting ways means. What a shock. I mean, what an absolutely delightful shock this is.
Laughed about Roseanne's cancellation.
And the biggest story of the day today was Roseanne. Roseanne You're not going to believe this, but she tweeted something outrageous.
Oh, shit.
I know. Yeah, right. The president did it too. It's crazy. Anyway.
Oh, my God.
As he even made memes about Trump losing his ability to speak freely. But most importantly, advocated for the cancellation of you.
It's a good
Vaccinated person having a heart attack? Yes, come right on in. We'll take care of you. Unvaccinated guy who gobbled horse goo? Rest in peace, Wheezy.
Laughing at hospitals denying care to anybody that didn't listen to his propaganda is probably why people stopped listening to him. The funny part is, if the network didn't cancel the show, the left likely would.
Pause. This is what gets me. Like, I don't know. I haven't seen a whole lot of Jimmy Kimmel's content, but when you call it propaganda before, I've had a chance to even look at it. That's when I'm kind of looking at your little decoy voice. Like, I get it, bro. I understand. I completely understand. You want to keep this plaque up here. It's hard out here. It's hard to make a channel. It's hard to live. If you got a successful channel, you want to keep that shit going. If that shit requires you to jump on a fucking bandwagon, hey, so be it. So fucking be it. Monday, Friday, Wednesday, it turns out Johnny was right. That's crazy, huh? He says, I'm hard. Boss. Hey, yo.
Hey, yo. Hey, yo.
You told me this thought. It's a good game, bro. It's a good one. It's a good one, fam. Yeah, it pisses me off when I get shot down by people. Yes. But I've grown to like the graphics and just the speed of the game, like the pace. That's what I mean. The pace of the gameplay and the weapon choice and shit like that. I've kind of gotten addicted a little bit. Like I like it. I like it. I'm not over addicted. I don't play it like super over a lot. But I like the game now. So Johnny, put this in your resume, bro. So you could pitch this to one of those game companies, man, because I wouldn't have really had interest unless this motherfucker didn't like spam that shit. For real. All the advertisements that they've seen, the streamers that I've seen, if this guy wasn't in here like constantly talking me or talking it up, I probably would have never gotten into it. And it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I can see the allure. It's a good one.
To him. The funny part is, if the network didn't cancel his show, the left likely would have eventually, as South Park had to cancel their upcoming episode for reasons, and now leftists online are calling to cancel anything Disney related, which is hilarious, as they always eventually turn on each other. Again, proving no matter how many years of representation, inclusion, and progressive intent, they're always one step away from failing the left's ever-changing parity test. As once you bend the knee to the woke mob, you'll eventually